Hey, what's up, guys and gals? My name is Rick9G. Thank you for joining me with another episode from Rick9GB. So today we're gonna go up flying again. Today is what? My fourth lesson? Yeah, so my fourth lesson. I have a few handful of hours under my belt. A little more than 4 because last time we flew 1.5, and so it just depends. I can show you my logbook. I wanted to show you a few things before I get started. I'm looking at myself up there. There's the screen. I wanted to show you a few things before I get started. So, when you fly, the propeller, the turbine, creates noise, and it's loud. And so you have to buy a headset, or you have to have a headset. You don't have to buy one. I bought one. Here's my headset. It was relatively inexpensive. Some are up to $1,000. I did not spend $1,000. The flight school where I'm at, you can actually, which is a good thing. Oh, look, there's a jack in, isn't there? Oh, that's interesting. That's kind of cool. You can actually do something which is pretty cool, which is you can either rent really good ones there for like $5, or they let you use a standard one for free. So this is a little better than standard. I paid about $150 for them, but they're really cushiony, and they're really great. I was in the air for 2 hours. Ear-wise, I was amazing. It was getting a little tight up here. But it is very, very padded, and we were flying for a while, so I'm sure you have to adjust them every once in a while. But it's pretty cool. Let me show you what they look like when they're on. There you go. Probably not the coolest look. It's funny because I could hear myself talk like in my thing. You know, like when you have your ears covered, you can hear yourself in your brain. Anyway, you have your mic. The mic has to be really close to your lips for it to work and everything. You have 2 plugs, and I should take that out. 2 plugs. These go into the plane. One is slightly larger than the other. This one is slightly larger, meaning in width, or how thick it is. So this one's a little thicker than this one. And there's 2 connections. You just plug them right in, and they go to the air traffic control, which clears you for landings, takeoffs, keeps you safe. And then you can also talk to your instructor, or the person who's next to you. So that's pretty cool. I just want to show you the headset. It's fairly cool. It comes in this nice little pouch, so I can kind of carry it. And it has a little extra little spongy thing so that in case I speak into it too much. There's also volume control individually. Kind of cool. I just wanted to show that to you guys. Hopefully you enjoy that. I don't know how much or how little I'm going to record. Like I said, because I am learning, it's like a catch-22. I want to be able to focus because it's important. You know, you don't want to be with the camera in your hand. And I have a lot of hand, like now I'm holding it, but when I'm in the air, I have a lot of cameras that are not handheld. They're kind of stationary, and I place them and so forth. However, still, it's a lot of rigging up, and it takes time out of the flight and so forth, and we want to be efficient and so forth. So I hope you understand. I always want to give you like a type of a pre-flight, or like an after-flight? I can't say flight. An after-flight kind of debriefing, at least letting you know what we learned or what I did, letting you see what I look like before and then after. It feels like I run a marathon after. Like, I think I'm just so tense, and obviously I don't do that purposefully, but I'm just so focused. I'm so in the zone. Like, I'm not even speaking. My mouth gets dry. Like, I'm just so focused with what I'm doing. So I got to work on loosening up, you know, letting those shoulders just, you know, wiggle to and fro and stuff, and do that. So again, it's a work in progress. This is the 4th time I've been up in the air in terms of a lesson, so it's pretty good. I have never gotten sick. I got one time where it was a little woozy, but we were doing a purposeful maneuver that was like non-normal, and so I was like, whoa, and then I readjusted my sight level, and it was okay. My body adjusted. But yeah, no terms of no sickness or anything like that, no motion sickness. I'm really enjoying it. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm just having fun. I'm trying to have fun because I am such a perfectionist, guys and gals, where I want to do everything perfectly. It's just been always my nature, so I'm trying not to be so hard on myself, trying to enjoy it, trying to have some fun, and bring you as much as I can. Well, this is called the pre-flight checklist, guys and gals, and I am checking out the plane, making sure that everything is good and safe before we take off. I'm going to show you a little bit of this. I'm doing some post-commentary, so this is commentary after the fact of what I recorded. So I'm kind of talking to myself here, being a little weirdo, going around the plane, checking a few things, just making sure that it is ready to go. Everything from untying the plane, quote-unquote. I go in, make sure some of the switches are on just to check out things like our lights and so forth. And here I'm inserting a device into the bottom of the wings. What it does, it drains a little bit of fuel, and from there I'm able to see if there's any collected water in the fuel, which would be good. That would not be a good thing. And just make sure that the fuel is clear, it is clean, it is ready to safely take off to flight. And that is done in 3 positions on each wing, but also done right below the right wing as well. Here I'm removing the oil cover and the oil cap. We want to check the oil level. We want to let it cool off because the engine was used right before this. And you're going to see me doing something a little strange. I'm going to be turning the propeller with my hands. What I'm essentially doing is making sure that all the oil that is in the engine goes back to a reservoir so we could get a good reading, make sure we have a proper oil level reading. And here I am turning the prop and essentially waiting for a burping sound telling me that all the oil is where it should be. Pulling out the dipstick and making sure that the oil level is correct. Of course, I'm not showing you every single thing, but we're even checking to make sure here that the nuts and the bolts on the tires are all good. And we go through each tire, we go through each nut and each bolt, making sure everything is secure and ready to go. Here's the other sample reading of the gasoline, making sure that it is clean. Sam and I flew for roughly an hour, guys and gals. I was a little bit rusty in the beginning, so I'm kind of jumping to the point where, I don't know, I think this matters because I want to show you not only my frustrations, but my successes as well. And again, this is all due to Sam and his wonderful instruction, because I can tell you, I'm nervous when I'm flying the plane. It really gets me. Now, what you can see is the same airport we just took off from. This is after about an hour of flying. And this is the second landing that we did. Sam told me that he would guide me through. He lined me up. I'll note a few things as we're coming down because I do want to show you most of the landing because, again, I landed the plane myself in conjunction with Sam's instruction. His hands were only in safety positions. And I think that's very important because I want to also let myself know that I did a good job because that's what he told me. And so you can see some white lights to the left of the runway. There's actually 4 of them. That tells me how high or low I am on this approach. This is called an approach, the final approach. So you see the 4 white lights, meaning that I'm rather high, but to be honest with you, it's better to be high than to be too low. It's a lot easier to come down than to come up. But basically we're just guiding as we're coming in, and he is telling me to pitch for 60. That means basically incline the plane so that you're going around 60 knots, which is around 60 miles an hour roughly, to come in for the perfect landing. I'm doing many things with my hands. I'm making sure that the airspeed, which is the speed that we're going, is the same. We're making sure we're pitching, and that's what you're seeing is what I would be seeing. You can see the sun has come basically down. You see planes on the left that are completely ready to take off, waiting for us to come down. Runway 21 right there. And he is now telling me to pitch up a little bit, however, to fly level. That is the main thing. You hold up just a little bit and your heroes touch down.
That was awesome. All right, we'll go down with the brakes. Try to stay center. Right brake. Right brake. Try to stay center.
Looking back to it, guys and gals, at the footage itself, I am again more impressed with what happened than when it happened because I was so in the moment. So I am really fortunate to have such a good instructor and to be able to do this. And this is awesome because right now I'm taxiing. Think about 2 pedals, like 2 pedals in your car. 1 pedal makes a plane go right, 1 pedal makes a plane go left. You're not using the stick here, so it is a bit challenging. I was having trouble before, but I can say that this lesson I was a lot better. He even allowed me to taxi next to the planes, which is a lot of trust because last time he didn't let me do that. He thought I needed a little bit of work, but here I'm actually doing it, so I'm very happy about it. And here we are finally parking the plane and doing the airplane shutdown.
Idle, key off slowly. Alright, engine instruments and master. Key out. Cool. Very good.
Hey, what's up guys and gals? So I'm back from my flight. I just want to check in with you. Thank you so much for joining me on these videos. I do appreciate your support. Don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Just want to give you a quick run through. We did 2 landings today. We could have done more, but I don't know. It's a little bit frustrating. Just giving you my thoughts. It's a little bit frustrating how when I come back, I feel like I'm rusty. Like I get some things and then other things, it's like I forget, or it's like I need to be reminded. It's me beating myself up about it. Of course, guys and gals, maybe I'm too hard on myself, but yeah, I get to that point, and so it's like I freeze, or like I'll forget to do something, and yeah, that was my 4th lesson. First landing, I need a little bit of help. Second landing, apparently, according to Sam, my instructor, I did it all by myself. Mostly, he had to help me just a little at the end with the flare. Well, he said he had his hand behind the control stick in case anything happened. I had my hand on the throttle. He set me up for it, and then I did most of the thing. But honestly, it was one of those things where I don't even give myself credit, because like I was doing it, I was so focused, and then when I noticed we were on the ground and stopped, and I was like, oh, okay. So I don't know, guys and gals. I guess it's good. I didn't give it more time. I got to give myself more time. I think I have to be more patient with it. I'm hopeful I'm gonna get it. I just don't know how long it's gonna take. And I don't know, I'm doing 1 a week right now. It is an expensive undertaking, but then again, I may have to go twice. Like, that's me telling myself this. That's not my instructor. He didn't say anything. He said good job. He said good job a few times. And so I don't know, guys and gals. It's going to take some time. I thank you for going on this journey, but I want to share these frustrations. I want to share these things with you because this is how I am, and maybe you see something in yourself, in me, and how, to learn something. To me, this is challenging. This is really challenging. And so I really hope that a lot of you don't avoid to learn something because it's hard, or you're a little afraid, or you're scared, or if it's walking up to someone and talking to them, if you have social anxiety, if you have a fear, do it little by little. This isn't a fear, but it is definitely something that is a challenge to me. I just feel like I'm not picking it up as quickly as I could be picking it up. And so that's just me. Let me know your thoughts down below, guys and gals. I appreciate you. We'll see you all next time, and don't forget to stay positive, always better yourself, and most importantly, be hopeful.